The UES Hope hung in Earth's orbit like a pearl against the black velvet of space, its pristine white hull reflecting the sun's rays. At 3 kilometers long, it was humanity's crowning achievement in medical engineering, a testament to their commitment to healing rather than warfare. The giant green serpent and staff symbol of medicine adorned both sides of the vessel, a beacon of hope visible from thousands of kilometers away. Captain Maya Rodriguez stood in her ready room, dark eyes fixed on the holographic display showing their destination, the Centauri Reach, where a previously unknown species called the Luminary had broadcast a desperate plea for help. Their message described a pathogen that turned their natural bioluminescence against them, burning them from within. "Captain, the ship's eye, Florence," announced. "Dr. Patel requests your presence in the primary research lab." Maya straightened her white uniform and made her way through the Hope's wide corridors. Unlike military vessels with their utilitarian design, the Hope was built for comfort. Its halls were lined with living plants, the air fresh and clean. Medical staff from every nation on Earth hurried about their duties, preparing for their first contact with the Luminary. The primary research lab occupied an entire deck. Dr. Aisha Patel, the Hope's chief medical officer, stood surrounded by floating holograms of cellular structures that pulsed with an otherworldly light. Her dark hair was streaked with silver, earned through decades of fighting diseases across known space. "Maya," Aisha greeted without looking up from her work. "The Luminary biology is fascinating. They're silicon-based, but with organic compounds we've never seen before. Their bioluminescence isn't just for show. It's integral to their cellular processes." Maya watched the holographic cell's pulse. "Can we help them?" "I believe so." Aisha manipulated the display, highlighting certain structures. Their message included detailed medical data. "The pathogen is artificial, Maya. Someone engineered this." The captain's expression hardened. In the century since humanity had reached the stars, they'd encountered many species, but few matched Earth's medical expertise. Some viewed this as a sign of weakness. The humans had focused too much on healing and not enough on military might. Those species didn't know about Guardian Protocol, of course. Nobody did, except for a select few on Earth. Maya herself only knew it existed, not its details. It was humanity's insurance policy, hidden behind their peaceful facade. "How long until we reach the Luminary system?" Maya asked. 36 hours at current speed," Florence responded. "All medical bays are being prepared according to Dr. Patel's specifications. The cultivation of treatment materials is underway in the hydroponic sections." Maya nodded. The Hope carried over 10,000 medical personnel and could treat millions of patients. Its massive laboratories could synthesize virtually any known medication, while its quantum computers could simulate billions of treatment scenarios per second. "Captain," her first officer, Commander David Chen, called over the comm. "We're receiving another transmission from the Luminary. Their casualties are mounting." "Push the engines to maximum safe speed," Maya ordered. "Aisha, how soon can you begin treatments once we arrive?" "Hours, not days," the doctor replied. "We've already started producing broad-spectrum treatments based on their biology. The moment we arrive, we can begin helping their most critical cases while refining the cure." Maya returned to the bridge, where Earth hung like a blue jewel below them. The Hope would be the first human vessel to visit this region of space. They carried no weapons. Their mission was purely humanitarian. The ship's revolutionary quantum shields were designed to protect against natural phenomena like radiation and meteoroids, not weapons fire. As the Hope prepared to depart, Maya recorded her log entry, "UES Hope, Captain's Log. We embarked today on our most ambitious mission yet. The Luminary represent not just a new species to evade, but a new form of life itself. Some say humanity's dedication to healing makes us weak. I say it makes us strong. We chose this path, to be known throughout the galaxy not as conquerors or traitors, but as healers. May our first contact with the Luminary reflect the very best of what humanity can be." The massive hospital ship's engines flared to life, its quantum drive preparing to tear a hole through space-time. Below, in the medical bays, doctors and nurses made final preparations. In the research labs, scientists studied the luminary data. In the hydroponics sections, automated systems tended to vast gardens of medicinal plants from 1,000 worlds. They were ready. Ready to help. Ready to heal. Ready to show the galaxy what humanity stood for. None of them knew they were heading into a trap that would change the course of human history forever. But perhaps that was for the best. After all, the most important missions were often the ones where you couldn't see the ending from the beginning. And this mission, this response to a cry for help from an unknown species, would reveal to the galaxy that humanity's mercy wasn't a weakness to be exploited, but a choice that masked a strength few could imagine. The UES Hope dropped out of quantum space at the edge of the luminary system, its white hull ghostly against the amber light of the dying star. Captain Maya Rodriguez felt her breath catch at the sight before them. The luminary homeworld glowed like a living jewel, its atmosphere shimmering with bioluminescent particles. But something was wrong. Multiple ships detected, Commander Chen reported, his fingers dancing across his console. Not luminary design. Energy signatures are massive, military grade. "Show me," Maya ordered, keeping her voice steady despite the spike of adrenaline. The main view screen filled with images of sleek, predatory vessels. Their black hulls seemed to drink in the starlight, broken only by lines of pulsing red energy. There were dozens of them, arranged in an attack formation. "Captain," Florence announced, "we're being hailed." On screen, the image that appeared made Maya's blood run cold. The alien's face was a mass of chrome-like plates arranged in a perpetually snarling expression. Red energy pulsed between the plates in time with its speech. "I am Supreme Commander Vexterra of the Vex Dominion," the alien announced. "You have entered restricted space. The species you know as the Luminary are now under our protection." Maya stood, her white uniform stark against the darkness of space behind her. "Commander Vexterra, I am Captain Rodriguez of the UES Hope. We're responding to a medical emergency." The Luminary sent out a distress call. The Luminary demonstrated weakness by seeking aid. Vexterra interrupted. "Such weakness must be purged. Their plague provides an excellent opportunity for natural selection to take its course." Dr. Patel's voice came urgently through Maya's comm. "Captain, I'm detecting massive energy weapons discharges from the planet's surface. They're bombing the infected zones." Maya felt ice form in her stomach. "Commander Vexterra, you're killing millions of innocent people. We have the means to help them, to cure this disease. Please, allow us to proceed with our mission." The Vex commander's plates shifted in what might have been amusement. "Your species is young, human. You don't understand galactic law. The strong survive. The weak perish. Those who need help are unworthy of existence." "We reject that philosophy," Maya replied firmly. "Every member of this crew volunteered knowing the risks. We will not abandon millions to die when we can save them." "Then you share their weakness." The transmission cut off. "Multiple weapons locks," Chen shouted. "They're targeting our medical bays." Maya's training took over. All hands, emergency stations, medical staff, secure patients and equipment. Engineering, divert power to shields. Communications, send an emergency distress call to Earth. Authentication code, Guardian Echo 7. The first shot hit before she finished speaking. The Hope shuddered as energy weapons designed to crack planets struck its medical-grade shields. Alarms blared throughout the ship as systems began to fail. "Shield failure in sectors 3 through 8, Chen reported, his voice steady despite the chaos. "They're systematically targeting our treatment centers." Through the viewport, Maya watched as the Vex warships moved to surround them. The Hope was massive, but it was built to heal, not fight. Its size made it an easy target. "Captain," Dr. Patel called from the research lab, her voice tight with determination. I'm uploading all our data on the luminary pathogen to the emergency buoys. Even if we don't make it, someone else might be able to use it to help them." Another blast rocked the ship. "Hull breach on Deck 12, Chen reported. "Emergency force fields failing. We're losing life support in the pediatric ward." Maya hit the shipwide comm. "All hands, this is the captain. Begin emergency evacuation procedures. Medical staff, get as many samples and as much research data as you can to the escape pods. Everyone else, help get our patients to safety." She turned to her bridge crew, pride mixing with sorrow, as she watched them work, refusing to abandon their posts even now. "Send one last message to Earth. Tell them we kept our oath. We died trying to save lives." The Hope's hull groaned as another blast struck home. Through the breaking viewport, Maya could see other ships arriving. Civilian vessels from nearby systems, drawn by their distress call. They would bear witness to what happened here. "They're targeting our core," Chen reported, his hands flying over his console. 2 minutes to critical failure. Maya stood at her station, straight and proud despite the destruction around her. She opened a channel to all frequencies, making sure every ship in the system would hear. "This is Captain Maya Rodriguez of the UVS Hope. We came here to save lives. We came in peace, carrying medicine and healing. Remember what happened here. Remember that we chose to die, rather than abandon those who needed our help." The bridge was filling with smoke now, displays flickering as systems failed. Dr. Patel's voice came through one last time. "The research is away, Captain. Someone will be able to help them." Maya nodded, touching the medical insignia on her collar. "It has been an honor serving with all of you." The last thing the civilian ships recorded was the Hope's white hull, still gleaming despite the battle damage, its medical symbol proud and defiant to the end. As the great hospital ship died, its killers celebrated what they saw as cleansing weakness from the galaxy. They would soon learn how wrong they were. For in their arrogance, the Vex had overlooked something crucial about humanity's dedication to healing. It wasn't born from weakness, but from choice. And now, that choice was being stripped away. On Earth, in a facility deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, a signal was received. A computer verified the authentication code, Guardian Echo 7. And humanity prepared to show the galaxy its other face. 3 kilometers beneath the Pacific Ocean, in a facility known only as the Aegis, Admiral Elena Santos watched the final transmission from the UES Hope play out on a massive holographic display. The chamber was silent except for Captain Rodriguez's last words, her voice steady even as her ship died around her. "Play it again," Elena ordered, her weathered face illuminated by the holographic light. The assembled military leaders of Earth's hidden fleet watched once more as the Vex warships systematically destroyed an unarmed hospital ship. Each wore the same expression, cold fury, carefully contained. Elena's dark uniform had never been seen in public. Its insignias would have shocked the galaxy. Proof of the military force humanity had spent a century building in secret. She touched a control panel, and the chamber's walls became transparent, revealing an underwater hangar that stretched for kilometers. Row upon row of warships stood ready, their dark hulls adorned with names that told their true purpose. Hippocrates, Pasteur, Curie, each named for a healer from humanity's past. But these ships weren't built to heal. They were built to protect those who did. The Guardian Protocol was established 97 years ago. Elena addressed the assembled commanders. "When humanity first reached the stars, we made a choice to be known as healers, but we weren't naive." She gestured to the fleet. "For every hospital ship we launched, we built 3 warships to protect it. For every medical breakthrough we shared, we developed 10 weapons to defend it." The holographic display shifted to show tactical readouts of the Vex Dominion. Admiral James Chen, brother of the Hope's lost first officer, stepped forward. "The Vex represent everything we prepared for. A species that views compassion as weakness, healing as contamination. They've done this before, destroying medical ships, bombing hospitals. They believe they're strengthening the galaxy by eliminating those who help others. "How many ships do we have ready?" asked General Maria Rossi, commander of Earth's hidden Marine Corps. 5,000 warships, Alina replied. 10,000 support vessels, hidden bases throughout the solar system, all maintaining radio silence until now. Her eyes burned with controlled anger. The Vex thought they knew humanity's strength. They saw our hospitals, our aid missions, our dedication to healing. They never thought to look deeper. She pressed another control, and klaxons began to sound throughout the underwater base. Operation Retribution is now active. All ships prepare for launch. Throughout the solar system, hidden doors began to open. On Mars, massive hangar bays emerged from beneath the red sand. In the asteroid belt, entire rocks split apart to reveal shipyards. Beneath Europa's ice, crewed vessels powered up their engines. Each ship was a masterpiece of human engineering, designed for war but built to protect those who heal. Aboard the flagship Asclepius, Alina stood on the bridge, watching as her crew took their stations. The ship's AI came online, its voice calm and measured. "All systems operational, Admiral. The fleet awaits your command." "Send this message to all ships," Alina ordered. "A century ago, humanity made a choice. We chose to be known as healers, not warriors. We built hospitals instead of fortresses. We sent out doctors instead of soldiers, but we were not naive." Throughout the fleet, crews listened as their admiral's words reached every ship. They had trained for this moment their entire careers, preparing in secret while their public faces showed only peaceful missions. "The Vex Dominion believes they taught us a lesson by destroying the hope," Alina continued. "Now we will teach them one. Those who destroy hospitals answer to those who built them. Those who kill healers face those who protected them. Let the galaxy learn that humanity's mercy is not weakness. It is a choice, and those who abuse that mercy face our strength." The Asclepius's engines powered up, their hum resonating through the massive ship. Across the solar system, 5,000 warships broke cover simultaneously, their dark hulls reflecting the light of the sun they had hidden from for so long. In the Vex Dominion's capital, an aide rushed into Supreme Commander Vexterra's chamber. "Commander, we're detecting thousands of ships launching from the Sol system. Their energy signatures, they're unlike anything we've ever seen." Vexterra's plates shifted in confusion. "Impossible. The humans have no military fleet. They build only hospitals and medical ships." The aide's plates clattered in fear. "Sir, these aren't medical ships." On the bridge of the Asclepius, Alina gave the order that would change the galaxy forever. "All ships, prepare for quantum jump. Our destination is the luminary system. Today, we show the galaxy that humanity's dedication to healing comes not from weakness, but from strength. And we will teach the Vex Dominion the price of mistaking one for the other." 5,000 ships, hidden for a century, moved into formation. Their dark hulls were a stark contrast to the white medical ships the galaxy was used to seeing from Earth. Each vessel carried weapons developed alongside medical technologies, shields designed using knowledge gained from protecting hospitals, and crews who had trained in secret while their colleagues healed the galaxy. The time for hiding was over. The time for justice had begun. The human fleet emerged from quantum space like avenging angels, their dark hulls absorbing the amber light of the luminary star. Admiral Alina Santos stood on the bridge of the Asclepius, watching as 5,000 warships moved into perfect formation. Each ship bore the name of a healer, but their design spoke of carefully contained power rather than mercy. "Multiple Vex signatures detected," reported Captain Sarah Chen, whose sister had been the Hope's medical director. "They're scrambling to respond. Their orbital platforms are powering up." Alina's voice was cold steel. "Send our message on all frequencies. Throughout the luminary system, on every communication channel, in every language known to the galaxy, humanity's message played. This is Admiral Alina Santos of the Earth Defense Fleet. You murdered our healers. You slaughtered the innocent. Now face the consequences of your choice." On the Vex command ship, Supreme Commander Vex Terra watched in disbelief as the tactical display filled with human warships. Their energy signatures were off the scale, their weapons unlike anything the Dominion had encountered. "Impossible," Vex Terra snarled, chrome plates shifting in agitation. "Their ships, these designs must be decades old. They've hidden this fleet all along." "Sir," an aide reported, plates clattering in fear. "Their weapons are using principles from medical scanning technology. They've weaponized their healing devices." Alina watched as the Vex fleet attempted to form up. Their ships were powerful, designed to intimidate through brute force. But humanity's vessels were something else entirely, the product of a civilization that had turned its understanding of healing into the art of precise warfare. "All ships, execute battle plan Hippocrates," Alina commanded. "Remember your training. Remember the hope." The human fleet moved with surgical precision. Ships named after famous doctors and researchers demonstrated how thoroughly humanity had transformed its medical knowledge into military might. Lasers originally designed for microsurgery sliced through Vex shields. Targeting systems developed for finding cancer cells locked onto enemy weak points. Quantum shields based on protecting sensitive medical equipment shrugged off Vex weapons. "Sir," the Vex aide cried, "their weapons, they're not just destroying our ships. They're disabling them with some kind of targeted electromagnetic pulse. It's like they're performing surgery on our fleet." Vex Terra watched in horror as human vessels systematically dismantled his forces. Where the Vex relied on overwhelming firepower, the humans employed precision and technique. Each shot was calculated, each maneuver planned to minimize collateral damage while maximizing effectiveness. On the Asclepius, Alina received a priority communication from the surface of the luminary world. Dr. Aisha Petal, one of the few survivors from the Hope, appeared on screen. She had managed to reach the surface in an escape pod and had been working with the Luminary, despite the Vex occupation. "Admiral," Aisha reported, her face showing exhaustion but determination, "we've synthesized the cure. The Luminary are helping us distribute it, but the Vex are bombing medical centers. We need those orbital platforms taken out." Elena nodded. "Battle Group Pasteur, target those platforms. Precision strikes only. We're not here to destroy. We're here to protect." She paused, then added, "Dr. Patel, the Hope's research, it didn't die with the ship." "No," Aisha smiled grimly. "We made sure of that. The Vex thought they were eliminating weakness, but they only proved why we need to be strong enough to protect our healers." The battle continued, but it was already clear who would emerge victorious. Humanity's hidden fleet had been built not just with advanced technology, but with a philosophy the Vex couldn't comprehend. Each ship, each weapon, each tactic had been designed with surgical precision, turning the art of healing into the science of justified warfare. "Admiral," Sarah Chen reported, "the Vex fleet is in disarray. Their command ship is attempting to retreat." "Disable their engines," Alina ordered. "Precisely. I want them alive to deliver our message to their empire." The Asclepius's main weapon, a modified version of a quantum surgical laser, lanced out with perfect accuracy. The Vex command ship's engines went dark, leaving it drifting in space. Elena opened a channel to the disabled vessel. "Supreme Commander Vex Terra, you will witness what true strength looks like. While your ships retreat, our medical vessels are already on their way. We will heal the people you tried to murder. We will rebuild what you tried to destroy. And you will take this message back to your empire. Humanity's mercy is not a weakness to be exploited. It is a choice we make because we are strong enough to heal instead of harm. But when you force us to demonstrate that strength, you will learn why we chose mercy in the first place." Throughout the system, civilian ships watched in awe as the human fleet, hidden for so long, demonstrated why their species had chosen to be known for healing rather than warfare. It wasn't because they couldn't fight. It was because they were powerful enough to choose not to. The Battle of the Luminary System would be remembered not just as a military victory, but as the day the galaxy learned that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in their ability to heal or their ability to fight. It was in their wisdom to know when to do each. 1 month after the Battle of the Luminary System, Admiral Elena Santos stood in the newly constructed Hope Memorial Hospital on the Luminary homeworld. Through the vast windows, she could see Earth's medical ships, now escorted by sleek warships, delivering supplies and personnel. The hospital's main atrium featured a hologram of the UES Hope, eternally preserved in its moment of sacrifice. "The cure has been fully distributed," Dr. Aisha Patel reported, standing beside Elena. "The luminary death rate has dropped to 0. They're already showing signs of recovery." She gestured to the bioluminescent beings moving through the hospital, their natural glow growing stronger each day. "And the Vex?" Elena asked, though she already knew the answer. "Their empire is in chaos," replied Ambassador Chen, who had just arrived from an emergency session of the Galactic Council. When Supreme Commander Vexterra returned with news of their defeat and evidence of humanity's hidden strength, their entire society began to question their philosophy of might makes right. Elena watched as a luminary child passed by, its glow pulsing with renewed health. "They thought they were teaching us a lesson about strength and weakness. Instead, we taught them one about wisdom and choice." The Galactic Council chamber was packed when Elena took the podium a week later. Representatives from hundreds of species had gathered to hear humanity explain its century of deception. The Vex delegation sat in silence, their chrome plates dulled in submission. "For 100 years, Elena began, humanity chose to be known as healers. We built hospitals instead of fortresses. We sent aid instead of armies. Many took this as a sign of weakness." She paused, her gaze sweeping the chamber. It was not. It was a sign of strength. Holographic displays showed images of Earth's hidden shipyards, now revealed to the galaxy. For every hospital we built, we developed the means to defend it. For every medical breakthrough we shared, we created safeguards to protect it. Not because we wanted to fight, but because we understood that the freedom to heal must sometimes be defended. The chamber erupted in discussion as Elena revealed the full scope of human military technology, all developed alongside their medical advances, all hidden until needed. "The UES Hope died bringing healing to those in need," Elena continued. "Its sacrifice forced us to reveal our other face to the galaxy. But make no mistake, we have not changed. We are still healers. We still choose mercy first. But now you understand why we can make that choice." A luminary representative floated forward, its glow pulsing with emotion. "The humans had the power to conquer, yet they chose to heal. When we were dying, they sent doctors, not soldiers. Only when their healers were murdered did they show their strength. This is true power, the wisdom to choose mercy when you have the strength to do otherwise." The Vex delegation stirred uncomfortably as their supreme commander rose to speak. Vexterra's chrome plates shifted in patterns of formal submission. "We believed that seeking or offering help was weakness. We were wrong. The humans proved that true strength lies not in the ability to destroy, but in the choice to heal when you have the power to destroy." Elena's voice carried through the chamber. "Let the galaxy understand this. Humanity's dedication to healing is not a weakness to be exploited, but a choice we make from a position of strength. We choose to be known for our mercy, not our might. But we will always have the strength to defend that choice." In the years that followed, the galaxy changed. The revelation of humanity's hidden fleet led not to fear, but to understanding. Species that had once viewed healing as weakness began to reconsider their philosophies. The Vex Dominion, humbled by their defeat, began a gradual transformation, learning that true strength could be found in the choice to help others. The UES Hope became a symbol across the galaxy, not just of sacrifice, but of the principle that mercy and strength were not opposing forces, but complementary ones. Humanity continued to send out hospital ships, but now they traveled openly with protective escorts, a reminder that compassion was a choice made by the strong. In the Hope Memorial Hospital on the Luminary homeworld, a plaque bore the words that had changed the galaxy's understanding of strength and weakness. We choose to heal not because we are weak, but because we are strong enough to make that choice. Remember the hope. Remember why we choose mercy first. Remember what happens when that choice is taken from us. The hospital ships continued to sail among the stars, their white hulls still gleaming, their medical symbols still proud. But now they traveled with guardians, dark-hulled warships named for healers, carrying the message that humanity's greatest strength had always been its wisdom to choose healing over harm, and its power to defend that choice. The galaxy had learned that mercy was not the absence of strength, but the presence of wisdom, and humanity stood ready to demonstrate both whenever necessary.